What's up, cuties? Welcome to Chit Chat with QT. Join me as I discuss hot topics, celebrity news and gossip, reality TV show recaps, and more. Everything that I discuss are my own personal opinions for entertainment purposes only. Now, before I get started, please make sure to like the video, hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and sit back and enjoy. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat, Chit Chat with QT. With QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat, Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat, Chit Chat with QT. With QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat, Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat with QT. Chit Chat, Chit Chat. Chit Chat with QT. Hey, cuties. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Hey, Brenda. I'm glad you were able to catch a live as well. Hey, Tuan. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. We got Tuan, Linda Gamble, my Aunt Debbie. Let me scroll up, child. Make sure I don't miss any of my cutie mods. So far, that's all I see on my phone. I'm scrolling, but shout out to the cutie mods. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Good morning to each and every one of you. I hope you guys enjoyed the 4th. As for me, I celebrate Juneteenth, child. That's why I put up that generic happy 4th to the cutie crew yesterday. It is what it is. I'll take a paid day off though. Hey Neva P. I'll definitely do that for sure. But you guys come on in. Please hit the like button. I'm looking at 256 of you that are currently here. Shout out to you if you are in the bushes. Drop on down. We do not bite. Shout out to my subscribers, my cuties. We are on the road to 25,000 subscribers. Tomorrow, July 6th, is my 2-year YouTube anniversary. Your girl will be celebrating. Let Loose Lounge, guys, will be Monday. We will let loose Monday. I will be live though Sunday evening. and probably tomorrow morning, depending on when I leave. But I'll be in Cali. I'll be in San Diego. And then watch out for Patreon. We're gonna start doing something special over there next week as well. So I'll put up a post, but officially Let Loose Lounge will be Monday. Monday. So congratulations to myself. 2 years doing this thing. And I'm really gonna kick this into high gear. I am still adjusting. You guys know that. But hello. Shout out to the cutie crew in the building. I see you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. And again, shout out to each and every one of you. Today we're gonna discuss a couple hot topics. Um, a hot topic that disgusted me. We'll discuss all of the hot topics first. Then we will get into some Huntsville happenings. Now, I wanted to stay away from, and I'm still going to try to a certain extent, pointing fingers. Because look, in the end, it was a very unfortunate accident, I believe, that happened with Kiki. But Kiki's uncle has spoken, and we're going to talk about it. He's spoken out on behalf of the family and what he would like. And yeah, we'll get to that. We are also going to discuss has Carlos King pulled the plug on Love and Marriage Huntsville, or did Stormy still just bow out? Did she bow gracefully, child? Tuan. Hey sis, I was over there in Tuan's chat yesterday. Shout out to any content creators in the building. Quan, child, you got me looking up stuff. I need some help. I need to get these 25 pounds off of me at least. I'll be happy. I'll take 30. Shit, I'll take 50. But congratulations to you, Tuan. Excellent job. I believe Tuan is right at 75-ish pounds weight loss. So congratulations. You've been doing the work, and I was glad I was able to catch a live from you yesterday. So I do want to start this and say this before I get into anything. We are still offering our prayers and condolences to Kiki Jabbar's family. I've been thinking heavily about her children, her husband, her mom. And, I don't know about you guys. I had to really take a step back. If this did not affect you in some type of way, where the last thing that you really want to do is be messy, or you know what I'm saying? I did. Okay, Tuan, 71.8 pounds, baby. You are doing the damn thing. I love it. But yes, I do have. Now look, I saw the post that the uncle put up yesterday in one of the Facebook groups last night. I went to his page. The page was private. I wanted to try to make sure to do my due diligence and make sure that it was indeed from him. And then shout out to Prosperity Thick Girl, because she had the live where the uncle went live. So we'll touch on that. We will. But as you come in, guys, please make sure to hit the like button. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to say in advance, I am not looking at the comments because we're going to go ahead and get started. And when I look at the comments, I just, I'm glad I just look. Hey, Winter. I was about to say, I'm not looking, but I look down. Winter Woman Land is in the building. Hello, Winter. Thank you so much for stopping through. If you guys are not subscribed to Winter's channel, Winter, who was on Love and Marriage DC, make sure to go over there. Excellent page. Winter, I did peek through a couple videos. I saw the work that you were doing with other women. Great job. Traces of Tuan. You guys make sure that you subscribe to her. Aunt Debbie, make sure you subscribe to Aunt Debbie's channel. I'm scrolling up to see if I see content creators. If I don't see you guys, I apologize. But let's make sure to support, you know, the content creators. I'm going to say this and I'm really going to stop talking. If you guys don't start a channel, you better. I'll just give you two things. I watched the lead attorney, been watching him for a couple years, way before I started my channel. But the lead attorney likes to show proof of what, winner going live with her boo chow shortly. All right, I'm going to stop through. I'm going to try to catch it, winner. And congratulations to you. Congratulations to you. Beautiful relationship. I touched, not touched, but I watched a video. I think you guys were driving to Canada. I'm not sure, child. I watched so much stuff, but congratulations on a healthy relationship from what I can see, child. But back to what I was about to say as far as me recommending everybody to start a YouTube channel. Now, the lead attorney is a former attorney, but he said something the other day, which is what I've always said. We all start with 0 subscribers, meaning he did as well. In 3 months, he showed where he made $130,000 on YouTube. Then he also offers a course, and in 3 months from him selling his course on how to become a YouTuber, he made $154, I believe, $1,000. That's $250,000 in 3 months. Okay. Funky Dineva came out recently and said that he makes $50,000 a month. Okay. So to the content creators that has already established a platform, do the damn thing. Do the damn thing. When a woman land, that 154 was just from him selling his course, but he also made over 100, I think it was 130 in 3 months. And all he does is go live. So lives have been the thing to do on YouTube, versus dropping content, I guess, depending on your channel. But yes, ma'am, $300,000 in 3 months. Funky Dineva makes $50,000 a month. So yeah. Everybody better get busy, okay? And look, YouTube keeps a portion. So imagine if they didn't. That's another conversation. Cinnamon Swirl, you said my channel is going live next week. You took Queen Sheba's class, coming soon. Please sub. Okay, we will. Congratulations to you in advance. It takes work, and I'm just not gonna have a life like for quite some time. I think these next 6 months, I'm just gonna hit it. So that's my spiel on that. Shout out again to the content creators and shout out to you guys. I do have the copyright disclaimer up. I will be sharing a couple things, a couple posts from, child, don't you start my page over. Okay, it didn't. Let me pause. From Instagram, a couple posts. And which one do I want to start with? Which one? Well, I won't put the post up, but what I will do is, dog it, I didn't want this. Okay, I kind of wanted her face hidden. I'm sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm trying to get this video where I want to stop it because this is a hot topic. Oh, okay, right there. Oh, I don't know if I want that one. We shall see. But the material that I am about to share is covered under the Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107. It is allowed for fair use, for criticism, research, and news reporting, all of the above. And that's what I'm going to start off with. So I'll just say this. If you guys don't know, TGI Fridays is over. Fox Souls, that was with Claudia Jordan, Al Reynolds, Armand Wiggins, and once he quit before all of this happened, Funky Dineva. The show is no more. They done. And initially, they tried to act like they were on some type of hiatus and all of that. We know that after the roasting that Armand gave to Al Reynolds for Al's birthday, they then went on hiatus. They said it was planned, and come to find out that really, really wasn't the truth. So Claudia came out, she released a post. She said she tried, and sorry, but the show is not coming back. Then Armand went live yesterday and he said everybody was fired. So people were blaming him with the roast. And he said if the roast was the reason for the show being over, they could have just fired him. They didn't. They fired everybody. Now, that was the first that I heard of firing. And yeah, it's over. Now, for me, I know Funky Dineva is what I call a shock jock, but I do think that he's intelligent, and I do think that his presence was missed once he left the show. Funky Dineva left a $250,000 paycheck when he left that show. And I do think that that was the start of the downfall. When Armand joined the show, I thought he would be a good fit, but I also thought that, especially with the roast, he came in a little too hard for me. You know what I mean? Work your way on in that thing. And it's like he had been there forever. And obviously, there were some things going on in the background when it comes to that show. So I'm seeing some comments. I want to read real quickly what you guys think about that. Did you watch the show? Are you upset that it's over? Do you think that with Funky Dineva leaving that, it was a wrap anyway? Drop some comments real quick. I'll read them before we move on. And yes, ma'am, Tree W, Juneteenth for me, baby. Juneteenth for me. But let's see. Okay, Cinnamon Swear, you said the same thing. You don't celebrate the 4th. No, as you get older, you learn, naturally we learn our history in school and all of that. But once you get grown, and you are able to get a little more detail, no, it's Juneteenth for me, baby. And they need to go ahead and make that a holiday. But let's see what you're saying. Is my sis in here, Pink Diva? Hey, sis, I can't see you, but I just saw somebody saying hello. Thank you, Ali Netta. 2 years tomorrow. Look, tomorrow, and I don't talk about the ex too much, but that was the day that I pulled the plug as well last year. Pulled the plug. Marriage was done. And you guys know the divorce happened after that. But yeah, that was the day I was done. Okay. So it's July 6th is a day that I'm really celebrating. Yes, I'm coming to Los Angeles, but no, I'm coming to Cali, but not LA. I'm going to San Diego just for a day trip. I'll be back late tomorrow night or early Sunday morning. And thank you, Lady Virgo. I appreciate you guys. All right, let's see what you guys saying about Fox Soul. Let me scroll. Who is that? Eve, I'm gonna start your comment. We'll talk about it, shall we? Will talk about the uncle. Tina Turner said the same thing. We'll talk about it. All right. Okay. As far as your comments for that, you guys may want to hold it until we get to that part. If not, put a color on it and I'll definitely see it. It'll be starred. Thank you, Linda Gamble, for this. I would hope that we didn't have to say this, but I'm going to read Linda's comments. And she said, no negative comments in the chat in honor of Kiki and her family. Thank you. Okay. I see you, sis. All right, where's the comments that I see on my phone about Fox Soul? Yeah, you guys jumping ahead. Let's see. Shoot. Child, maybe I should. Okay, here we go. I'll start with Lawson. So Funky Dineva makes almost 3 mil a year, or someone else came in late. If so, why did he ever sign up for Fox Soul? Look, more money, more money, more money. You can never have too much. And if you able to juggle both, or you should always have additional streams of income. But yeah, I don't see anything wrong with him um joining Fox Soul. And then I don't know, I'm just speaking on a recent video that he made. I don't know if the 50K per month is after he left Fox Soul because his channel is doing well, or was it before? I don't know. But you can never, never, never have too much money or additional streams of income. All right, let's see. Couple more. Okay, Brenda, I'm gonna start your comment. You guys jumping ahead. You guys are jumping ahead. Sasha said the rumor is that it is Claudia's fault because she put Armand up to dragging out like he did. And Sasha, Claudia sat down with Carlos Jordan the other day and she cleared that up. That's what she said on Carlos' show. She said that on her interview with Carlos, excuse me, she said that wasn't the case. She said Armand also wanted to run his roast past the producers beforehand, and they told him no, go ahead and go on. So she said that the first time we heard it was the first time that, she heard it. All right. Lawson said, yes, I like Funky Dineva, and he's funny and entertaining at times, but I can only tolerate him in small doses. I liked him on Fox Soul due to the ensemble offsetting his commentary. Yes, and I totally agree. I don't watch every day, every time he posts or anything like that. But he does have an intellectual side. He does. Okay. Rob said Armand needed to take more accountability. That roast was definitely the icing on the cake. It's been too much mess and hating each other. How could they even work together after that? That roast was something else, baby. And look, Al tried to play it cool when they were live, but if you guys have been following it, Al called Funky Dineva going off. And so it should have let everybody know that he was hurt and upset about that. And but Armand said the roast wasn't the reason for them all, excuse me, getting fired. So, child, I don't know who to believe, but I do know that it's gonna hit the fan. You know what I mean? Since they are no longer. Claudia said that her going live on Instagram is suspended for something that she said, but I think she's gonna be coming out clearing up some things. Armand said he's gonna be coming out on YouTube clearing up some things, and we'll see if Al does as well. So yeah. Um Chit chat, I get that, but he was no longer posting on his channel anymore and admitted to neglecting his own channel for Fox Soul. You're talking about Funky Dineva, and I agree. Tuan said, I'm sure Funky received a lot from Cash App, Super Chats, and special guests. Yeah, and his views. Okay, I'm gonna read one more and we're gonna move on to a serious topic. I never watched the show, only clips, but seems like once Funky Dineva left, it was the beginning of the end after seeing the views drop. Totally agree with you. Totally agree with you. Yes. So we'll keep our eye out on that. It is a hot topic, and I wanted to discuss it because, yes, I will be tuning in. Yes, I will. But let's go ahead, guys, and get into a serious topic. Shout out to the Neighborhood Talk. I will be showing a clip from their Instagram page, and also a commenter that has something to say that was absolutely disgusting. And yeah, I ain't like it. But let's see. Let me go ahead and share this. You guys, please continue to hit the like button. If I can get a like check, Linda Gamble, somebody let me know. Oh, Linda already did. 339 likes, and we currently have 808 people viewing. You guys, please hit the like button. It's free. It is free. Go ahead and click the like for me, please. That keeps me in the algorithm and all of that. Oh no, something in my area is going on. This neighborhood alert, child. And I got to head that way after this live. We also may have time for me to drop the link. And, it's Friday. So I'll drop the link. Cutie Crew, members only is this evening. And we will discuss all of you all's feelings about the unfortunate events. You know what I mean? You guys know how we do when it comes to our members only live. I did not put up a hot topic post, but we can discuss whatever you guys like this evening. It's a late one, 6:30 my time, 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. But let's get into this. I am disgusted, okay? And as you guys can see on the screen, this is in regards to a Baltimore teacher being charged with rape of a 12-year-old girl that he was in a relationship with. Hey, Glam Rocks claims that this girl told him she was 22 despite meeting her at a playground. No, sir, no, sir, and no, sir again. Okay, but I'm going to go ahead and read you guys what was said. Then I'm going to read you guys a comment, and then I'm going to go to the person's page. But this is very R. Kelly-ish. 12-year-old girl, I don't care how she appears to look. Child meant to put BS and didn't even click post. Let me go and do that right now. It's BS. It is BS. And there is no way, yes, LaDawn, sick as hey, yeah. Yes, it is. There's no way in the world that this man didn't know. Her conversation is not even broad enough where you would think that you are talking to somebody that's 22. I don't have to know her to know that. Anyway, let me read. They put neighbors, this is absolutely terrible. A Baltimore City school teacher has landed himself behind bars after raping a 12-year-old who he claims he was in a relationship with. Careful with the wordings, guys. Careful with the wordings. There's a couple comments that YouTube is hiding. Let me stop looking at my phone. But if you think you shouldn't type it, don't type it. According to a report by CBS News, 24-year-old Louis Laurie, I definitely want to say his name, Louis Laurie, who is now charged with second-degree rape and sexual offense in the third degree, is a certified employee with Baltimore City Public Schools. However, his crimes happened at his apartment building. The 12-year-old family reported her missing on June 21st. Police located her a week later at Laurie's apartment. The two reportedly met on a playground. But Laurie says the child told him she was 22 years old. The child told authorities that Laurie had sex with her numerous times while she was at his apartment. Laurie was held without bail despite promising that he would move and stay away from the child if he was released. No, sir. You stay right there behind bars. He faces 30 years if convicted. Now look, disgusting. And there's no way that this man did not know. At 22, I would say, where do you work? What college did you go to? What high school did you graduate from? And all of that. Her mind is not developed enough to even be able to lie to that extent. Okay? But speaking of lying, there is this person in the comments section that got the nerve, and I believe this person is a woman, got the nerve to defend this guy. And I'm going to read you guys this comment, and then I'm going to go to the page of this person that commented. This person said she never said he raped her, hurt her, held her against her will. She told the popos, "Oh, I lied and told him I was 22." I don't care if she did tell the popo that. And on this person's page, they will have audio of a news segment where they said that this child said that. That don't even matter. He should have known better. His judgment should have let him know this is the little girl, okay? But this person said, now this is what tripped me out. She was the aggressor. She broke in his house. She kept calling him from block numbers. She used her homegirl's phone to contact him. She sent in nudes to multiple older men saying she was 19. She pursued him. Y'all do know these grown earth TikTok girls lie to get their crushes, right? This is so disgusting even to read because she is totally blaming this 12-year-old girl. This little boy, he's not a little boy, he's 24. This little boy in no way, shape, or form is a predator. I work with them and he ain't one. At 24, he got his own apartment. He should have one. Tutors kids. Maybe that's the problem. Works as a teacher at his old high school. Works at a law firm. F out of here. Go to her TikTok. Let me know if you see a vulnerable, innocent 12-year-old. Just to say 12-year-old in all of this is crazy to me. She done this to various dudes. He just so happened to be an educated one. Moral is get your grown earth daughters. They are effing and y'all know it and still pays them dust. That's what the hell she ran. That's why she ran away, but go off. Absolutely disgusting when it comes to this person's comment. And something just told me go to the person's page. Go to the person's page. And I'm going to go to the person's page. And I'm not going to put the videos of this young girl dancing and all of that on here, but I'm going to go because I do want to go to the audio of the news clip. So let me get that ready real quick. Okay, and I'm going to pause. So this is actually a statement. And for me, I don't care less. I don't care what was said or whatever. Kids can't make decisions. Kids can't, and it's up to the adult. He is in jail, Aunt Debbie, facing 30 years, and hopefully he remains there behind bars. Marcy says she cannot legally give consent. Period. 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 But let me share this. I didn't even take the time to try to go to TikTok to see if anything that this child was doing can be blamed for this. No, not at all. Not at all. And I just find it disgusting that this person and several other people are trying to blame this child. So I'm going to play this. Again, this is a copy of the clip. Let me check my volume. Let me turn this all the way up and we'll get started. Shout out to 901 of you that are currently watching. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen and look.
She told Lewis she was 22 years old and they had consensual sex. All right. Later, Lori was also located and arrested. Right. Okay. In court, during an interview, the girl admitted she told Lewis she was 22 years old and they had consensual sex. All right. Later, Lori was also located and arrested.
Okay, so that was a part of the news where the girl did look. There is such a thing as grooming, okay? And he could have groomed her to say that. And it again is his responsibility to check all the boxes, dot the I's, across the T's, all of the above. No, the name is not out here, Teresa. The name is this isn't the girl's page. I didn't even try to find the girl on TikTok or anything like that. So no, the name is not out here that I know of. But that's that on that. I'm not even going to read the ignorant comment of this person. I believe this part. Well, I don't have to believe because she just played what was on the news. And this is a woman that's defending this man and blaming this little kid. So, to the cutie crew, we'll discuss more in our members only tonight as well. But lock them up and throw away the key. Lock them up and throw away the key. Dude said, hi, Dudes. This is my first time seeing you. Perhaps the teacher's friend who made the post should not be working at the school either. Facts. Totally, totally agree with that. Totally agree. Couple more comments before we move on when it comes to this. And look, yeah, it's crazy. That's all I gotta say. Let's see. He was too young to be involved with that age category. Stephanie, is that? He must not see freedom again. He will be convicted. He should be. Yes, at the playground. That wasn't a clue. What your big grown arse doing at the playground anyway? Thank you, the elegant elephant. Very R. Kelly-ish. R. Kelly-ish. R. Kelly used to be at Hyde Park Academy in Chicago. Predatorial-ish to me. So it's disgusting. She did not have a fake ID, Ms. Z. Not that I know of. Not that I know of. And so yeah, I'm gonna stay away from that. Even if she did, as I stated at the start of this live, there are some things that with the human eye, you should be able to tell. And there's also some things with your ears you should be able to hear. And at 12 years old, it is my belief, I don't know this, she was not able to hold an adult conversation. No, no way. So we don't victim blame over here. And I'm definitely not going to do that with a child. And I'm not saying that you're doing that either. But it is not her responsibility, period. You know what I mean? As far as what went on, even if she did lie and say I'm 22. Thank you, Lisa. I'm gonna read this and we're gonna move on. Better yet, no 12-year-old has the mentality of a 22-year-old. When they first open their mouth, you will know the difference between an adult and a child. Period. Point blank. Period. Point blank. Um, Child, one more comment. I'm just gonna read it. Let's see. Yes. Miss YBBG. I did see that in the comments as well. The 24-year-old apparently lived in the same complex with that child. So, and we're going to say alleged. So he had enough available information to know how old that child is. That's it. That's all. He also had, if that is the truth, enough information to know that that child was reported missing and she was at his apartment inside for a week. For a week. So if you lived in that same apartment complex, I'm sure there were pictures and everything else, posters and everything else saying that she was missing. Plus, it was on the news and all of that. So he was harboring a minor on top of that. Okay. So yeah, that's on that. That may be I had a couple more hot topics. I won't touch on them too much. Well, I'll just touch on them real quickly, but I won't share anything. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar dropped a video for Not Like Us yesterday. He dropped the song on Juneteenth, and he dropped the video on the 4th. I thought that was genius, and in that song, he said Drake was a colonizer, and then to drop it on the 4th was something else. But this was what was so fascinating to me. I saw the video about 30 minutes after it dropped, maybe 20. And at that time, it was over 500,000 people that viewed it. I was like, damn. And then I went to rewatch immediately after it was over 1.5 million in about 30 minutes. Anyway, in 4 hours, 4 million people have watched that video. I love that. I love that. I love Kendrick Lamar. And yes, he did. He did. He did. And you look, I do think that, and this is real quick. Drake, I do think that he's talented, but I do think everything Kendrick said was true, in my opinion. That's how I felt as well. Drake was copying everybody's flows. Soulja Boy initially said, Drake, he copied my flow bar for bar, word for word, whatever he said. And he did. He has, and that's how he's built his career. I do still want him to go on and be successful. Hopefully there will not be any violence from this, even though it already has been. Shout out to Rick Ross. But, I'm just happy with the way Kendrick delivered everything. And you guys know we played that during Let Loose Lounge. Shout out to LaZon. And I love the song. What else I'm not going to put up on the screen but talk about before we get to the Huntsville happenings? Oh, I wanted to know how you guys, let me close this person off my doggone screen and him. This. I wanted to know real quick, rest in peace to George Floyd. But for those of us that have followed it, I went to a march and everything when it comes to George Floyd and Trayvon Martin and all of that. But at the time, I remember seeing a video of the police pulling 2 students out of a car during, the protest in 2020. Well, they have been awarded a settlement for that. And I'm so glad, that was traumatizing. They were minding their business and the police did pull them out the car and all of that. So shout out to the Jasmine brand. But let me know, guys, if you guys, they will get 1 million a piece. So the city of Atlanta approved the $2 million settlement for the students, and they were tased at the time. Yes, Ring Bass in Atlanta. They were tased by the police during that protest, and they're getting 1 million apiece. But let's take a look real quickly. 997 of you guys joining me. Thank you so much. Let's take a quick look at this hot topic.
Following a long legal battle, Sanaya Pilgrim and Messiah Young say today is a good day.
Yeah, I just want to say I'm happy that this is finally settled. I'm happy to close this chapter of my life.
Thank you for everyone who supported us over the years.
The pair speaking less than a day after the Atlanta City Council approved a $2 million settlement. Pilgrim and Young will each receive $1 million. They say the night of May 30th. 2020 will forever be etched in their minds. That is when they were tased.
Look at that. Oh my God.
And arrested by Atlanta police as protests over George Floyd took place in the city. APD reported
Look at that. Oh my God.
Over a curfew violation. The students say this settlement offers some justice.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. My heart just dropped again watching that, but I remember seeing it in 2020. And yeah, people in the comments talking about that the lawyers are gonna get a cut. They will, but at least they will still get paid for their pain. I wish it was more. But that was heartbreaking and again traumatizing. I'm gonna get into later on after we're going to Huntsville happenings now, but I'll get into a little bit more when it comes to trauma and therapy. I'm going to play a clip from Melody Cherie, but shout out to the Jasmine brand. If you guys are not following the Jasmine brand, their new page is the Jasmine brand 365. Something happened to their old page. That's another page that I've been following for years. So shout out to the Jasmine brand for that. I think that's it as far as hot topics. And I'll probably change my thumbnail up just a little bit, maybe not. But Porsha and Drew from Real Housewives of Atlanta, it seems that they've fallen out as well. Now, they are no longer following each other on Instagram. Drew used to be an ambassador for Porsha's Go Naked Hair Company. And when I saw Drew make a post, Drew looking good too. Drew is, I wonder if she really still with Ralph. But anyway, Drew made a post the other day, and naturally, not naturally, but I've always seen her tag Go Naked Hair, Go Naked Hair, Go Naked Hair. And I noticed then she didn't tag, and I just said, oh, no big deal. Maybe her ambassadorship is over with Porsha. But I want to know, to you guys, do you think that this could possibly be a storyline? Because Porsha and Drew were pretty close. And with the firing allegedly of Kenya Moore, or whatever the case may be, she left, whatever, allegedly. They need some type of action with people that's not just newbies. And I don't know. I'm thinking that it may be a storyline. I don't know. We shall see. But that's that on Hot Topic. Shay P, you said we were under a curfew that night. I remember that night. Keisha told everybody to take their arse home. Yes. And I think these kids were trying to get home. You know what I mean? So I understand that. But, to tase them, break the window out the car, pull them out the car, all of that, it was too much for me then. It was. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some hot topics. Hopefully, we will have a chance to drop the link. Shout out to the 1K that's watching. Please hit the like button for me. And let's get started. So I have in my title, did Carlos King pull the plug on Love and Marriage Huntsville due to the unfortunate passing of Kiki? Did he? Will he? Has he? All of the above. Those are my questions. Those are my questions. Everybody was looking for Carlos to make a statement, like immediately, same day. And Carlos did come out. He said it took a little time, child. He said grief is difficult and personal. It took me a few days to process this unfortunate loss. My heart is heavy. What a sweet and beautiful soul. God has you now. Rest, my love. Sending big prayers and condolences to the entire family. Couple things that, I think everybody's heart should be heavy. So, that part. But say her name, Carlos. Even with this, yes. Those of us that watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, those of us that know that Carlos is the producer, all of that, yeah, we could assume that this post in his stories was about Kiki. Say her name, though. Say her name. What about the people that don't know who Carlos could have been talking about? So for me, I just didn't like that part. I really, really didn't. Yes, Tasha Nola Bay, say her name. Say her name. Just like Sandra Bland, say her name. I didn't like that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. People handle grief in their own way. I'm not going to dog them out about it. But I think that as a producer, you know, You got a little more responsibility than that vague post. To me. Okay. And yeah, I'm sure his heart is heavy. Again, I'm not gonna do the blame game, but what I will say is this. I remember us discussing, even when it comes to some of the episodes that Kiki was on when she was talking about her addiction to pain meds and all of that. A lot of us kept saying, where is the hotline information after the episode? If you are struggling with addiction, please. And I started putting it in my lives anytime that we discussed it. That wasn't done. That wasn't done on Love and Marriage Huntsville. And I don't think that she was handled with the proper care when it comes to what she was experiencing. Again, not to play the blame game. Do I want to go and say this now? I'll go and say it now. I have always said that I felt that Marceau and Wanda were the two main people that drove a wedge between Tisha and Kiki. I said it several times. Now, when it comes to Marceau, I was so puzzled. You know, I've been reflecting over the past couple days, but we all remember the scene when they were in Bessemer. And we all remember when Kiki was about to bust his arse out. And Marceau, I dare you. I set this whole Emma for up, or whatever he said. When it comes to Marceau, let's say I was his wife. As his wife, there's no way in hell he would have been able to have those strong ass opinions of a family member of mine. You know, you can say what you feel to me, but this was publicly by Marceau. And we know what was public with Wanda. We know. At this time, I'm not going to kick them while they're down, but they definitely should feel down and be down and stand down. But, my family is different, child. My family is different. I don't want to incriminate nobody when it comes to my family, but I'll just say this. My brother, one of them, the part of a knockout, that's his specialty. It almost happened when he assisted me in my move to Arizona. Don't play. And one thing that would have never been tolerated, just speaking for me, is somebody that is married into the family discussing a family member in that manner. Marceau spoke out more about Kiki than Tisha. And it should have never been allowed. And Wanda should have shut that down, in my opinion. Husband or not. You ain't a part of this. You married in two. And who you think you're talking about like that? You know what I mean? And for once, because I've been checking, Marceau been quiet. Up until Kiki's unfortunate passing, anything concerning Kiki, it was always Marceau that spoke out first. Facebook groups, Marceau. Even when they showed the episode of Mel and Kiki's last exchange with each other that we saw, we don't know what happened when the cameras weren't rolling. But even after that, I got a video up. I just didn't take the time to go look for it. It was Marceau in the Facebook groups. I told you. We told you she was messy. We told you she was a lie. It's always been Marceau. So this should be a hard ass lesson for Marceau to learn. And If I were his wife, it wouldn't have happened. You know what I mean? I've been married, just got divorced in February, and sure, my ex-husband and I talked about his family and my family together. Ain't no way in the world he would have come out here and said anything publicly about my family, and I wouldn't have done it to him. Show or not, reality show or not. V. Jackson, exactly. You said overstepping. Marceau did too much. I totally agree with you. And like I said, I'm just giving thoughts on this because look, we have been watching this show for years. And Kiki, in my opinion, had as much right to be on this show as Marceau and Tisha. And look, I've said even I hate the Houston shit happened, period. I really, really do. I really, really do. The whole damn trip. And maybe the cast is feeling that way as well. You know, there is no blame as far as what went on that trip because this is a reality show. And a reality is there were some feelings at the time of, let's say the incident that happened at Maurice and Kimmy's house when it comes to Tisha and Kiki. It's a reality show. So at that time, as a YouTuber, I gave commentary on that. A lot of us did, but it's unfortunate, and I just don't think that Tisha and Kiki would have been in the place that they were had Wanda and Marceau didn't make sure to keep that wedge between first cousins, very close in age, and even considered themselves like sisters. Always said that. When it comes to, in my opinion, people wanted to talk about how Kiki got on this show. And we know that before their premiere episode, it was allegedly going around that they had, and you guys keep it cute in the chat for me, please. But we know that allegedly Kiki was one that was approached to be a part of the initial cast. The initial cast. And word got out and around that allegedly, Marceau and Tisha, in their own little way, put a stop to that. Told the Holtz I wouldn't do that. She got a problem with pills. That was before. So if she was considered before, it don't matter who made the introduction. And out of Kiki's mouth and out of Mel's mouth, they were friends before there was a love in marriage Huntsville. But on the outside looking in, for me, it seemed like they didn't want her on there. Period. And then when she got on there, it was, somebody used her. Mel used her to come at the Scotts. No, Kiki had her own bone to pick with the Scotts. Kiki was very upset that they went and told her business. We know this. We saw this. We heard it on the show. All of the above. All of the above. And it's unfortunate. And it is a lesson that needs to be learned. Look, family drama is not new. Not new. A lot of us, myself included, has gone through family issues. Okay? A lot of us may not even be speaking to family members at the moment. And it's a lot of us that has either made peace with that, or whatever the case may be. But to dog out family, and this is where Wanda, to me, was totally out of pocket because she, as an elder, should have always been the one to try to bring that thing back together. And she didn't. She didn't. I'm not going to get into everything that Wanda said. We know that as of late, as of a couple weeks ago. We know that. I'm not going to get into what was said in Tisha's last interview. We know that. And it is a life reminder, such as this unfortunate passing of Kiki, that should be a message to all that, yeah, we can probably all do better. Even as content creators, we can do better. You know, I'm one and I try hard, and most times I stick to it. Yeah, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be raw. I'm gonna give my thoughts, all of the above. But you know, I try to not come out here and call folks out their name. You know what I mean, and all of that. But it was a wake up call for me. Careful steps will be taken going forward, even when it comes to my personal opinions on what we see. And it should be a learning lesson for all. I'll get into a little bit more of that. But I told you guys I'm really not looking at the chat, but I see this one, baby. Thank you, Erica. You said, blessings, Queen Chit Chat. Love your commentary. Sometimes you be having me laughing my arse off. SIP Kiki. Now I've been seeing SIP. I know sometimes people put BIP for Ball in Paradise. What is the S for? Let me know. My little nieces are the ones I be going to for the lingo, child. Let me know what the S in this is for. But thank you, Erica. Sleep. Kathy Reese said it's sleep in peace. Okay. Child, sleep in paradise, sleep in peace. Okay, I should have known that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. And thank you, Erica. I will go ahead and acknowledge you. I appreciate you. And then we're going to continue on. But thank you again for the super chat.
Plenty dollars. Can we get
Okay. But yeah, before I move on, I'll say this. Tomorrow is the 2-year anniversary when I started my channel, but I remember early on, it had to be in probably my first 10 videos on my YouTube channel. I said, it's too many Scots. It's too many Scots. And when it's too many Scots, then guess what? You may have Kimmy that may feel some type of way, but not as strongly as her sister-in-law and brother-in-law. You may have Maurice that don't feel as strongly as his brother and sister-in-law. But when you are a family in numbers, such as the Scots, then all of them tend to think alike, act alike, all of the above. And again, it is so unfortunate. I hope that a lesson will be learned, like, period, on all fronts, but especially when it comes to the show. I'm going to say this about Wanda and then I'm going to move on. See, Wanda, this is when you preach the message that she got a husband. She got a husband. She got a husband. She's still married. That's what people mad at. They jealous at this. She got a husband. See, when you preach that this husband can overstep boundaries, this husband, in my opinion, was too damn controlling when it comes to Tisha, a grown earth woman, and her family. But if mama's saying, your husband, long as you got a husband, long as you got a husband, guess what? The daughter may not speak up to the husband, because that's all that matters. I remember Tisha coming out saying she didn't want to be like her aunties and all of this and all of that. I remember so much. I reflected so much when it comes to this unfortunate passing of Kiki, and it's a lot of people that failed her. It's a lot of people that failed her. And again, this isn't a blame game, because I can say, naturally you reflect and you think back. I could say I failed her in some of my commentary, but I'm talking about family. I'm talking about those that knew her before the show and after the show. And yeah, I just hope that change will come. Speaking of what won't come, let me scroll down and see this comment, child. Let's see if it's still on the screen. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Thank you, Linda. Global Tail link. The cause is not important in this video, but what I'll tell you is go to Instagram, do a search, child. Go to Facebook, do a search, and you'll get your answer there. Okay. Thank you, Linda, for hiding that comment. Give me 1 second. Thank you. Global Tail link. I guess you are also familiar with Ernesto, Nasty Nesto, based off of your picture with Bony Tail. It's very, very sad. And you guys drop some purple hearts in the chat. And I'm going to go ahead and read what Kiki's uncle came out and said yesterday. But drop some purple hearts in the chat. Rest in peace again to Kiki Jabbar. And she will be missed. She will be missed. A child, a lot of us was on pins and needles telling Kiki, you better say it, just based off of Marceau's reaction when they were in Baltimore. Girl, don't you let them tell you what not to say and all of that. That was, in my opinion, very, very telling. Just Marceau's reaction. And then I was confused because, dude, you on their ground. It could not have been my family. The way that man was blowing up in they parts of town. No. So this should be a lesson for me when it comes to Tisha, because I'm sure her heart is heavy as far as the relationship and how it ended. But you, in my opinion, you need to make your own decisions. And yeah, it is okay. Marceau is not your daddy. That's your husband. It is okay for you to tell him, look, step back. Step back. I hear you, babe. And we'll talk about this together. But, that was my family before you even came along. So, it is what it is when it comes to that. And I'll get into something that I hope that's going to happen if this show has not been canceled, pull on hiatus, pull the plug, whatever. I'll get into a little bit more of that. But let's go ahead and take a look at what the uncle had to say. And as I mentioned, when I saw it in one of the Facebook groups yesterday, I immediately went to his Facebook page. And, his Facebook page was private. So the only thing you can see is whatever he had public at the time. I was confused, though, because the post was, when you see that globe, that means it's a public post. But when I went to his page, it wasn't there. So maybe he just put it on private. I don't know. But I'll go ahead and read what he said. To the Moors. The Moors is Wanda's side. To the Moors. As a collective, the Dawsons ask that you respect our privacy during this unfathomable, thick-tongue chit-chat tragedy. We need the time and space to properly grieve our beloved Kiki. With that being said, due to the contentiousness of your relationships with Kiki, we ask respectfully that you refrain from showing up to any of the services pertaining to her homegoing. Those precious days are meant for loved ones of the deceased to mourn and celebrate. The uncouth behavior and vitriol that you have continuously spewed towards Kiki in her final years have left a lasting impact and spark indignation in us, the Dawsons. First of all, I will get to that, Tanisha. First of all, how heartbreaking that it had to have been said. How heartbreaking that they do feel that way, rightfully so. How heartbreaking to publicly learn that you're not invited. Don't come this way. How heartbreaking. And I can't say I blame them. If I'm just keeping it real, I think that there was some type of, even if it was silent competition. And I do think that one side wanted to look like the shit, like as in good, and make the other side look bad. And that is just not from speculation. That is from videos that we've seen. That is from videos that we've seen. That is from scenes on the show that we've seen. And it's just sad. But do I blame the family? Kiki's mom's side? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't. You know what I mean? Because look, let's just keep it real. I say 90% of us are Black, or if you prefer to be called African American or whatever the case may be. And we know that with passings, of loved ones, sometimes it's already gonna get crunk, could at services, homegoing services, repasses, and all of that. But with the history of everything that happened before this, yeah, I don't think that that's a bad call as well. You know what I mean? Somebody could see them and want to do something to them because of what has happened. So that is the uncle's statement. I'm not going to play the audio from the live, but shout out to Prosperity Thick Girl. And then I also heard it on, I would have to go through my Empress. I heard clips of Prosperity's live on Empress Radio's channel this morning. I'm not going to play the audio, but a lot of people was like, who does he mean? Speaking of the uncle statement, who is he talking about? Is he just talking about Wanda's side, which includes Kiki's daddy? And I'm sure this isn't to him. I'm sure that the daddy, and several other that side of the family will be there. But a lot of people was just wondering, like, I wonder if he talking about the Scotts. I wonder if he talking about Tisha. I wonder if he talking about Marceau. And sure enough, child, he went live and he said their name. Carlos couldn't say the name, but he said their name. And he said Wanda, Tisha, Marceau, with some choice words, don't come. And it's really, really, really sad, guys. It was sad. But I understand. And I think that they should too. And I think that they definitely should respect the wishes of that side of the family. I really do. Do I think that Wanda, of all people, not gonna try to show up? I think Wanda gonna try. I'm just gonna say I am praying for peace when it comes to that family. It is never too late to try to change your behavior, but unfortunately, in this case, they won't be able to right their wrongs with Kiki. And Wanda, as an elder, do better. I just said that a couple weeks ago when Wanda was live and she was talking about Mel and the grandbabies was running out there and all that. And you know, you are the matriarch of your family. Do better. Do better. It's not entertainment for me. So, you know, the earlier, and then I'm going to get to something else, the earlier scenes of Wanda before all the hoopla, I did enjoy Wanda at that time on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Give me a second, guys. Let me take a swallow of water. I did. You know, even when it comes to, let's say, Wanda calling Kimmy a Bia, you know, I'm like, oh my God, this lady, now that's crossing the line. Wanda and Kimmy are close in age, so even with that, it was what it was. But when it turned dark for me, when Wanda, I think that, you know, she suffered from the big head. I think that fame got to the big head. So she went from just being local there in Bessemer or whatever. And I'm sure when she went to the store, people probably was like, oh, that's Miss Wanda. That's Wanda. In Huntsville, that's Wanda. That's Wanda. So I really do think that she suffered from the big head. But when it got dark for me, is when honestly Wanda started going back to back as far as Mel. And she started talking about them children's hair while she was filming. Then we saw Lives of Wanda talking about she knew the baby daddy, a sugar mama, and he lived in Birmingham, and she got a picture. See, that's when things got really, really dark. That's when lines were crossed. And yeah, but I'll just say maybe the first couple scenes of Wanda. Naturally, at that re-launching, Wanda's arse was wrong. And I felt like she was wrong before then. You know, so a lot of people wanted to ignore that, including Tisha and Marceau. They uncle, cousin, whatever he is, Bernard saying he got choppers when it comes to Mel and all that. See, people thought this was cute. It's not cute. And even what happened with Kiki, it could have happened to anybody, any of them, any of us. It's not cute. So there should always be a level to shade. There should always be a level to shade. But as I mentioned, not only did the uncle make this post, he also went live. Now, I do see a couple of you guys in the comments saying that Tisha mentioned a balloon release, and maybe she will continue on with that and honor that side of the family's wish. You know, we don't know the behind the scenes. And Tisha's, Kiki's daddy could say, I want them there. It could be a whole thing. So I'm praying for peace, but I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go. If I said some of the things that were said just a few short weeks ago, I could not go. Somebody said maybe they will have their own private memorial. Maybe, don't know. I do hope that some amends be, you know, made. You know, I really, really love the fact that even with Tisha and Kiki not speaking, that their daughters were, and they're close and all of that. And I hope that that's even stronger. You know what I mean? I hope that it continues, but I just hope when it comes to anything else that's family related, I hope that they keep it up off the internet. It's not entertainment for me. And I would feel some type of way. This is all I'm gonna say about this, and we're gonna go ahead and move on. I don't know. I heard that the service may be private and all of that, and I wished everything was private. But it's my understanding that they're gonna have a public viewing and all of that. And I just hope that there are not people. I'm not even gonna say it, because if I say it, people may not even have been thinking it and all that. I just hope people keep it all the way respectful. All the way respectful. But I read Tisha's, I think I read this the other day, but I'll read it again. You know how you fight with your cousin / family and think one day will be cool again. That day is gone. It's not coming. And that is the harsh, harsh reality to this. Harsh, harsh reality to this. The day is gone in the physical. Tisha, you can pray, you can ask for forgiveness, you can do all of the above. And look, in this moment, I will say that there were some exchanges where it was two-sided. You know, I will say that. But yeah, sometimes there are no do-overs. And if, God forbid, you happen to get in an argument or whatever else, when it comes to another family member, another cousin, or anything, tell your husband to stand down. Because one thing I know, and I don't even know Tisha or Marceau to this extent, she couldn't do it when it comes to his family. And it was just too much. And it's always been too much. And that's what made me say, I'm going to come on out here and touch on this just a tad bit, because I've been saying that. And I'm not blaming Marceau for what happened with Kiki. But what I'm saying is, know your place, even as a man. Know your place. And your place should have never, ever, ever been controlling your wife, or, just being involved in that at all. Let them fight it out, duke it out, talk it out, whatever the case may be. So hopefully it'll be a lesson that's going forward. And hopefully, again, I'm praying for peace, peace, peace when it comes to that family in its entirety, both sides. And I'm also praying for Wanda. Wanda, it is a hard pill to swallow, but I think now is the time that you are a better representation when it comes to your family, your kids, your grandkids, all of the above. We get it. You get older, you still want to be hip, you want to be cool, you want to be all of that, but no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Now is the time for you to change, in my opinion. Do as you do. I'm not going over there to look at anything. That's just it. That's all. I'm just not going to do it. And hopefully it won't come. But something is telling me, if it is made clear that she and her daughter and son-in-law, as the uncle said, can't come, something tells me Wanda will be out here acting a fool. And I hope not. I really, really hope not. So before I move on to some more Huntsville happenings, let me acknowledge some super chats. Thank you guys so very much. Square Biz, the uncle has another post on Facebook, says he spoke due to being frustrated. He has no regrets, though. Maybe that's what somebody just sent me on Instagram. A message popped up. Let me go to my messages. And it is. Oh, did I already have this? No, I didn't. Okay. So I'm going to read it. And then, let me do this. Thank you, Chosen Seed. All right. I'm going to go ahead and email myself this real quickly, and then I'll read this, and then we will get to some more Huntsville happenings. I'm going to read some super chats first. Shout out to the chat. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to the 1.5K that's watching. Please hit the like button for me. And let me make sure this came through. Hold on. Let me refresh my... Which phone is this, child? Okay, it did. Some phones send it right away and some won't. All right, so let me open up this message. Then after this, I will read the super chats. But this is what the uncle had to say. He said, in a retrospect, I spoke out of frustration. I don't apologize for allowing my true feelings to be known. We have Monday to celebrate Kiki, and then we can get on with our prospective lives as the strangers were. Wait a minute. We have Monday to celebrate Kiki, and then we can get on with our prospective lives as the strangers we are to never cross paths again. We are not going to tarnish her memory with foolishness. Okay. Okay, so that was this statement. Square Biz, let me know in the comments if this is the one that you were talking about. But while you are doing that, I'm going to go and see if there was another one. Shout out to the uncle, though. Shout out. I'm sure this is very, very hard. Okay. So that's the last one. I just went to his Facebook page as well. Thank you, Square Biz, and thank you, Chosen Seed, for sending that to me on Instagram. And Square Biz, again, you said the uncle has another post on Facebook, says he spoke out to being frustrated. He has no regrets, though. Thank you for that. C. Ridge, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Terry, thank you for being a Cutie crew member for 1 year. Thank you so much. I'll see you tonight in members only. Lady Virgos represent. Thank you so much for the super chat. You said weeping may indeed last through night, but joy comes in the morning. Rest in peace, Kiki. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Lizzie has been a Cutie Crew member for 14 months. Thank you, Lizzie. And Teresa Wright, thank you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for gifting 5 memberships. I don't have my chat up, but if you started this live and you wasn't a member, and if you see now that you are, oh, I see it. Make sure to thank Teresa Wright. Linda Gamble. Linda, you were a Cutie Crew member. What happened, child? Now, mods, you guys know I send y'all something a little special. That is to make sure you are members. Now, you do have to be members to be a mod. But Linda Gamble, you know I love you. You're a legend out in these streets. Thank you to Teresa Wright. Linda Gamble was gifted a membership. Pamela Johnson, Golden Toast, Miss Fifi, and Truly T. Welcome to the Cutie Crew. And you guys join us this evening for Members Only Live. We will continue this discussion. Shout out again to the family. And I'm going to go ahead and move on. Rest in peace to Kiki. And Kiki will absolutely be missed. She will. Just on GP, I'm going to go ahead and play this one more again. And it was saved for a reason. Right here. Back your ass. I don't give a rest in peace, Kiki. That was the splash heard and felt around the world. Okay, heard and felt. But in the title, I did ask, did Carlos King pull the plug on Love and Marriage Huntsville? If he hasn't, is he thinking about it? Should he? You guys drop in the chat and let me know if you think that he should. But Stormy still came out yesterday, child. And it appears that Stormy has left the show. Hold on. Who is this? Impressed on Facebook. This is where I got the audio. Hold on. This is where I got the audio from, but I am going to give proper recognition. Again, shout out to Prosperity Thick Girl. If you guys did not see the live of Kiki's uncle, go over to Prosperity's page to see it. And then shout out to Diana Rose. I saw Diana Rose's video last night, and that with this information as well regarding Stormy. But I'm gonna let you guys take a listen, and then we will discuss. A lot of us felt like Stormy wasn't a good fit for reality TV anyway, and it appears that it's no more. My question is it just Stormy or is it other people? Also, yes, Kim Jones, that episode, child, that's what all of us were saying. And in my opinion, and I'm going to move on. Marceau should have took that as a form of respect because Kiki did not let loose like she could have in that moment. Finally, at the reunion, when she mentioned, because, you know, Kiki's, Tisha say, there has not been any infidelity in our marriage, and then we learned of the big booty Judy that was sending pictures to Marceau that he was interviewing, all that good stuff. That was after disrespect. That was after she was trying to keep her cool, and it wasn't returned. So good point, Kim. But Stormy still seems to be out of here, guys. And I don't know if this is a Stormy only thing or possibly the cast. I'm going to let you guys read it. Stormy went live yesterday. And yeah, she's gone. Allegedly, Betty didn't get her wish, child. Betty didn't want Stormy on reality TV, but she made sure she appeared several times. But let me make sure my volume is all the way up. And it is, and I'm gonna go ahead and click play. You guys take a listen. Hit the like button while you're listening.
Talk about like life, short it is. It's so crazy. Like you see how stuff bends and moves so fast, and in hindsight, it's all these like emotions of like what else. So I just came on here to give like a little 4th of July message and say, always leave somebody that you care for with the emotions that you want to have and the experiences and the memories that you want to have with them forever, because you never know, you know, when you won't have the opportunity to treat somebody how you wanted to. So I'm always one of the people, I always be like, I don't hold no grudges, I move on fast. And I think it was because, you know, I kind of was taught to like always leave something the way you want it to be, like how you comfortable with something ending. So I don't know if y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I was on that show and
I'm gonna pause right there. She said, I was on that show and I was. I'm gonna take it back 10 seconds. Listen. If it let me, maybe it won't. Okay, it won't. That's okay. Let's continue.
move on fast. And I think it was because, you know, I kind of was taught to like always leave
It did.
something the way you want it to be, like how you comfortable with something ending. So I don't know if y'all watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I was on that show and moments, but then I get over it and then I be moved on to something else, and you would never even know like I had an issue with somebody, and it was always because I moved with that kind of mindset. So
I'm gonna stop right there. Stormy girl, we knew when you had issues with people. That's what's up. We remember that. Let's keep it going.
we just lost somebody. That was amazing, and I just wanted to get a message. I really don't go live, but I was like, I just wanted to say something because it's so sad and it's still kind of bothering me. And it's so much I haven't said, but I really feel the type of way. Somebody, I don't know if I can say what I want to say right now. I need my other phone so I can text and ask. Can I say what I want to say? Because y'all asking questions.
So I'm gonna pause right there and then let it play out. It's only about another minute. But excuse me. In the chat, they were asking her, yes, see, Rich, what do you mean was on that show? And she started looking around nervously. And then she said, oh, I wish I had my other phone so I could text somebody. I don't know if I could say this yet and all of that. So let's go ahead and continue.
Yeah. Thank you. You said you was on the show. yeah. I can't really say what I want to say right now because this ain't how I planned to say it.
Pause that again. She said, I can't really say what I wanted to say right now because this is not how I wanted to say it. So even in that moment, it's singular to me, like maybe she's the only one that's decided to leave the show, but I don't know. Let's continue and then we're going to move on.
I don't know why I went live because I want to stay alive, but now I'm like, maybe I should say nothing. Thank y'all. If it is or was, I will share it in my own way. Not today. And you'll see more later.
So I think that's enough. It's still about another minute left on this video. But she said, if it is or what was, I'll share it later. And yeah, I think that she's out of here. I really, really do. Somebody put maybe Stormy got fired after whatever happened on the girls' trip. And no, ma'am. No, ma'am. Stormy has been in the forefront damn near every episode this season. So yeah, I don't think that's the case. Who said that? I do agree with just because. Why get on live to tiptoe? Just say it. You basically did. You basically did. Okay, let's see. Let me scroll. Watching Stormy's live, and she was eating up all the comments where her fans were saying that they would be done with the show if she left. You watch Stormy's live. Now, Stormy got fans? I'm just kidding. I know she got some fans on Love and Mirror Huntsville. And I also know that, I hate the way things even played out. Again, without the outside interference, I think this would have been a whole different show. And then the outside became the inside because Carlos decided to put the mamas on the show, and that just made it a hostile work environment. But I was initially rooting for, I'm not talking about you guys, I'm talking about me, Mel and Destiny, Mel and Stormy, all of them, outside of the way Martell started acting, all of them, honestly. And I did feel like, at some point it stopped, but at one point I felt like there was still hope. So I asked this question of the day. If the show does go on, if Carlos has not pulled the plug, what can be done? What can be done where they can move on in a respectful, truthful manner? Can they have hard conversations with each other? Can they acknowledge when they may have been wrong? That's speaking of everybody. Anything, you know what I mean? I don't know. I guess we'll see how this is going to play out. But when it comes to me praying for peace and all of that and all of that, again, that's me. I do pray that for all parties involved. The family of Kiki, both sides, the cast of Love and Marriage Huntsville. And if the show is not over, then I think that trauma therapy is needed. And we do know that Destiny has spoken about trauma-based therapy. What happened with Kiki is absolutely traumatic. And whether any of us want to believe it or not, this is going to hit all of them. The people that I discussed, Marceau, Wanda, Tisha, it's going to hit all of them. And it has, I'm sure, already. All of them. What we see, even if it's on YouTube or their lives on Instagram or YouTube, or especially on the show, what we've seen has always been edited. always. So it's a lot we see, it's a lot we don't. But in that, relationships are formed. And in those relationships, it could be like some of our family dynamics. We don't get along. I don't mess with you no more. I don't want to talk to you no more, and all of that. But at the end of the day, I do think that there should always, be an attempt, or an attempt should be made for a positive resolution. But I wanted to play this clip the other day. I threw it in here now because I want you guys to see the message in this. And this is when Mel was doing her interviews early last week. This is less than a minute, but she's speaking about therapy and trauma. And I said, let me go ahead and put that in this now, because I think we all could benefit from that. So let's take a quick look.
After I walked away from my marriage in 2020, I immediately started therapy for myself and my children. So they've been in therapy since 2020. I always knew that I didn't want to end up having them being adults who are traumatized, and those traumas aren't addressed, because that's what you have a lot of times now. You have adults who just never dealt with childhood trauma.
Right.
They never
didn't know
did
how
therapy.
to talk about it.
Correct.
Never had a path to talk about
Never
it.
had a path or, safe space to talk. As I've gone through this very public scandal and divorce, music has just been another outlet, a way for me to share my emotions, share my feelings, because it's important to try to do that in a healthy way, right?
Of course.
And so music has really allowed me to just share what I'm feeling and let it resonate.
Deep message. Adults who are traumatized. And the only reason why I shared that is just for that. Adults who are traumatized, and then adults who never dealt with childhood trauma. Before I drop this link, and we're going to be quick because I got members only, but I want to give a couple of you, and it's going to be a 2-minute max, a time to give your thoughts real quickly. I want to play that one more time, and then I'll drop the link. Listen to the message. Yes, Mel was talking about her kids, but listen to the message.
After I walked away from my marriage in 2020, I immediately started therapy for myself and my children. So they've been in therapy since 2020. I always knew that I didn't want to end up having them being adults who are traumatized, and those traumas aren't addressed, because that's what you have a lot of times now. You have adults who just never dealt with childhood trauma.
Right.
They never
didn't know
did
how
therapy.
to talk about it.
Correct.
Never had a path to talk about it.
Never had a path or, safe space to talk. As I've gone through this very public scandal and divorce, music has just been another outlet, a way for me to share my emotions, share my feelings, because it's important to try to do that in a healthy way, right?
Of course.
And so music has really allowed me to just share what I'm feeling and let it resonate.
All right. Excellent message. And I'm just going to say this. And then, as I mentioned, I'm going to drop the link now. Feel free to hit it. 2 minutes. Look, even in that, Mel has set her children up in advance to have the tools to be able to deal with the trauma that they have experienced. So for people to think that Mel and Martell separating and divorce wasn't traumatic to her kids, you're wrong. Absolutely, it was and still is. And it's a beautiful thing. We know that she's spoken out about this before, but childhood trauma made me think about Tisha and Kiki. And I do think there was some childhood trauma there based off of adults who were traumatized them damn selves. You know what I mean? Adults who probably didn't try to foster a positive relationship as they should have when it comes to those cousins. And, I don't want to get too deep, and I don't know if it ever happened, but I do think that, it's a good idea to set kids up, teenagers, and everybody up with the tools through therapy to be able to deal with trauma. So those are my thoughts on that. And I just felt like it related to this live and this conversation, and more trauma that will happen, unfortunately, with the passing of Kiki. This is going to be hard for the family especially to deal with. It really, really is. So I'm gonna read some comments. I will read the comments. Did I drop the link? If you want to say something, click the link. If not, thank ya. Because I'm definitely going to be out of here. I've been running my mouth for an hour and 45 minutes. Shout out to the 1.46K that's watching. Please hit the like button for me and drop down out the bushes if you haven't clicked the link before. And let's chit chat. Let's see. Hershey. Hey, Hershey. You said Stormy is not getting no spinoff. Carlos is giving her space to shine, and now she's not shining. Carlos is giving her space to shine now, and she's not shining. Okay, so somebody mentioned the spinoff. I don't think it, what I'll say is this. I don't even think that, maybe, I think that these again are just my thoughts. I think that Stormy may have been contemplating leaving anyway, based off of the success that she's had when it comes to her TikTok success and all of that. Then we know that she was once house hunting and all of that in California. I think that maybe she was thinking about leaving anyway. And I don't know if she just really made that decision once this happened with Kiki, or maybe she had already said it. I don't know. Maybe Stormy is leaving because the producers and own execs saw Stormy's reaction to BTT, and she decided she was no longer and decided. Ciao. Carlos is the producer. Carlos loves Stormy. Okay, so I don't think they played a part in anything. I don't think she was let go. I do think that she made a decision. Dottie was the only one that thought his kids wasn't affected. Dottie, who is Dottie? I'm assuming Martell. And Simply Beautiful, I love me some Simply Beautiful. My love at Marriage Huntsville historian. And look, a lot of us felt like Martell moved too quick. Even if he did have a baby, while he was married, we remember him plopping that baby in them kids' laps ASAP, too soon. So absolutely, they were affected by that divorce. All they knew was mom and daddy, one house under the same roof. And then where does baby come from, daddy? So I'm sure that's who you was talking about. You got to let me know what Dottie mean. They should start showing more of their daily lives as business people and stay out of other couples' businesses. Leave the moms off the show, stop all the attacks on male, and get back to showing business aspect. I agree, Elisa. I think the show is still salvageable. But I do think that, we know Carlos flew in before child and had conversations. They would have to make a big, big, big change. And for me, that show should only involve the core five. Core five. That's for me. So let me do this because I wanted to show you guys this, and then we're going to get out of here. First, I'm going to remove that link from the chat. Members, Cutie Crew members, we will talk tonight, but I want to show you guys 2 clips of the episode that's coming tomorrow that I already had queued up. Hold on, give me a second. I want you all's thoughts on this. For me, the show should only deal with the core 5 and their businesses. Just what Lisa said on the screen. And I'm just going to say, I would say a little bit more than just their businesses. Also them trying to come together, sit down and talk their issues out, and go ahead and bring a positive ending to this show. Let it be seen. So we shall see. But let me go ahead and share this. We are going to take a look at Chris Fletcher, Martell, Sonny Minks, and Old Moses. I'll play this one first. This is covered under fair use, and I want you all thoughts on this before we get out of here. Dog it, I can't even find my link to erase it. Don't click the link, guys, because we had 2 hours anyway. Let me go ahead and share this. I want you all's thoughts on this scene that we will see tomorrow. I'll see it early Sunday. But Lisa, absolutely. The attacks on Mel that was coming from everywhere, they need to go on and edit the rest of that out. It's not a good look. It's not a good look at all. But again, this scene is Chris Fletcher, Martell Holt, Moses, and Sonny Minks. And I think they're going to try to act like Moses and Sonny are interested in buying Martell's home. You guys take a look. And where's my thing I'm looking for? I'm sorry, guys. Let me put this up. Let me put this up. Shoot. Ciao. Copyright disclaimer. That's what I'm looking for. So this is covered under the copyright disclaimer under Section 107. And let's take a look, and then I'll have one more quick scene.
I understand she's in her emotions about the situation.
Yeah. Do you blame her?
I don't blame her for having emotions, but disrespect is a different thing. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't sneaking around with this man while they were dating.
I ain't mad at how she's feeling, but she fumbled the ball, you know.
I had to pause right there. Moses is so full of himself. So if you guys didn't hear him, he said once again, Destiny fumbled the ball. This man really think he's a prize. This man really thinks that he's a prize. And Sonny didn't make it any better. How many times is he going to say Destiny fumbled the ball? Let's listen and look.
She was doing her. She wasn't paying attention to me, you know. Just a lot, you know. So
I guess I can put a lot more respect on it. You know, it's not like he was trying to play Destiny and play.
It wasn't on the same timeline. And that's it just happened like that. I met this man and I said immediately I felt like he could be my husband.
Now, Child's about to call her Stormy. Hey, Rally. Yes, Kim Jones, Martell definitely think he a prize child. Sonny, I'm gonna need you to stop saying that, sis. Maybe because it sounds good. It sounds like love at first sight. And we know that Sonny is always the one that's doing the most talking. They married now. I respect it, and I do wish them well, honestly. But stop saying I saw this man and felt like he could be my husband. That wasn't love at first sight, because you had seen him in his voice several times before. And yeah, that sounds like a fairy tale, but I'm just not believing that. And in the past, she said she felt like that could be her husband, but now she's saying that Moses felt the same. Let's finish.
When we started dating, he felt the same thing.
I mean, really, once I've heard this,
I gotta pause. What the hell Martell got on? Baby, what is going on? He got on a vest with a button-down shirt that's rolled up, the old trusty khaki shorts, and the old trusty brown loafers. Why? Do they sell basketball shorts and t-shirts? And if you want to be casual, throw on some Jordans. I just don't get this. He looks like a camper, like he's about to go camping. It's too much going on all at one point. And the vest is new. So he went on about a vest, child. But the shorts and the shoes, damn, man, we sick of it. Go up. Does he shop at one store? You retired to Melody Cherie, dress her arse off. Was once dating Sheree, dress her arse off. If somebody don't get this man a stylist or some money or something, who child? I just have to throw that in. Let's finish, child. And Sonny, child, I ain't gonna get on you, Sonny. Go on, let me shut up, child. Let me quit being messy.
Situation to me is not bad. I tell this I'm neutral on it.
Mr. Man say he neutral. Neutral is the word, because that's what Destiny said. They wanted everybody. Can we just be neutral? Mood makers, hey. Martell just said he neutral. Take a look at what happened next, guys. And y'all know I got to stop and play, so don't come my way. Take a look.
Oh, and y'all didn't work out. Yeah. People don't work out. Oh, wait a minute, Martell. You're neutral, so you're not picking sides.
Look at his face, child. Look how he get. Ooh, child. This man is a complete character. Look how he looking at Chris. He's stuttering and shit. But let's go ahead and finish.
I heard both sides. So it's like right now, I sound neutral. But if Moses started doing anything toward Destiny, I'm not with Destiny all day.
The lies, the lies, the lies. Did you guys see how much he had to think about that? Because see, in my opinion, Martell know that he and Destiny already had these conversations. Destiny gonna stand beside him because of whatever's going on with Mel. And he forgot for a minute that he's supposed to be doing the same damn thing when it comes to Destiny. So, you know, he was speaking his truth at first, but he made sure to put that little part in there because, yeah, they didn't already had a discussion. I'm rocking and rolling with you. I'm going to address one more comment that somebody put in my chat based off of what I said the other day. When I said that if Destiny come out and say she experienced DV, Destiny, we neutral. Now, y'all know I'm not neutral when it comes to DV ever. But the only reason why I said that in that moment was because Destiny saying that she's neutral to the DV, the official name in charge that Mel has gone through with Martell. So if you listening, I think I blocked your arse because you said something smart after that. But if you listening, that's why that was said. So yeah, that'll be on tomorrow night's episode. And then this is the last one that I'm going to play. Shout out to OMFG Reality TV. And this is Nell and Chris Fletcher. So far, I ain't seen my girl Melody Cherie in any of these clips so far. Carlos. But anyway, let's take a look. Shout out to you guys. Please hit the like button before we go. We have 1.1K likes. I really appreciate you guys. I'm happy with that. But yeah, we still got 1.4 watching. Let's take a look at Nell Fletcher and Chris Fletcher. And they are at Chris's office. Again, a shout out to OMFG Reality TV for the sneak peek. Here we go. Oh, let me unmute first and go.
I'm looking at a couple of houses for Honey and Moses.
So, based off of that quick little part right there, Chris said that he's looking at a couple houses for Sonny and Moses. It looks like Sonny and Moses is ready to move to Huntsville, child. And Chris, with being a realtor, is the one that's handling them and their house hunting. Let's listen to what Nell had to say.
Moses heard that I was a real estate broker, and he was like, man, you know, Sonny and I are into flipping houses in St. Louis and other places. And, you know, we was actually thinking about maybe even, I don't know if he said moving to Alabama.
That's going to be interesting if they move here.
Just saying. So, you know, that's kind of what I was doing. I was looking at some listings now.
You agreed to do that?
So it seems like Nell is shocked that Chris even agreed to do that. Let's continue. And I want to make sure, Valessa, I want to make sure that I read your comment once we're done. Real quick.
Real estate broker, he asked me, what am I supposed to say? Well, no, I'm not going to say, you know, house.
You don't think there's going to be maybe a conflict of interest with Destiny?
Someone asked me to tell them a house. I don't have to check with Destiny before I do.
I'm not saying you got to check with Destiny. I'm just saying, I guess with everything you've been through with her.
Yeah. I have not actually spoken with her about that.
Okay, well, anyway, that's not what I came here to discuss.
That's enough of that. Patricia T, thank you for your comment because I was just about to say the same thing. Nell, I don't know if I'm gonna say too old, but Nell is too old to be picking sides, is what Patricia T said. And I just say Nell shouldn't be picking sides anyway. Look, business is business. If all of this is true and if it's not made up, business is business. And as a wife, the last thing I'm gonna tell my husband to do is not to make that money. Although I think that it may be a made up storyline, but no, Chris told her right. I ain't gotta ask Destiny. I'm making some money. And who just put that? Just Mia. That is not a conflict of interest. That is business. Screw Destiny. She needs to go get her life together. Right. It would have been a conflict of interest. Let's say if Chris was messy and was showing Sonny and Moses the house that Destiny lived in or whatever. But no, this is business. So that's what will be tomorrow. We will have a pre-Let Loose Lounge tonight in members only, and then our official Let Loose Lounge that will be for Cutie Crew members and Patreon Cuties. That will be on Monday. But I will. G Squad, did I even read this? Love your commentary, sis. Thank you, G Squad, and thank you for being a member for 14 months. You guys make sure that you are subscribed to G Squad as well. Yes, so Let Loose Lounge on Monday. I will be live Sunday night to discuss the episode, and we will have a open panel possibly then. But you guys, thank you again for joining me for this live. Let me get out of here because QT Crew, if I don't, I will be telling you guys I ain't gonna be able to make that live tonight. So let me do that. Love you as well. Too blessed for you. Let me go ahead and give you some Cat Williams on my way out the door. Where's old Cat Chow? Where is Cat? Hold on, Too blessed. We will have a pre-Let Loose Lounge, pre-game tonight. So get your drinks ready. I'll be there tonight. It will be 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. And yeah, we shall discuss in detail more when it comes to the happenings out here, especially the Huntsville happenings, and especially you all's thoughts, and all of that. Positive vibes when it comes to Kiki. And before we go, guys, can you please put some purple hearts in the chat? I am praying for the entire family. But look, if a hard lesson has to be learned when it comes to Wanda, Marceau, Tisha, take it as a learning lesson. A hard one. Rally, looking like a blind, broke down deacon with them ran over loafers, child, and those same tight R's, payness, huggers, payness. Really, you are a fool. Do you hear me? Yes, I'm so sick of them damn that shows the moose knuckle. I ain't even gonna put the moose knuckle up, child. I think I deleted it finally. Fanny Gibbons, thank you so much. You said excellent commentary, watching from the bushes. Shout out to you guys. Thank you for keeping it respectful in the chat. I love you guys for that. I really mean it. Shout out to my damn self. 2 years on YouTube tomorrow. Over 10 million views. That's how you do the damn thing, chit chat. I'm big up in myself, but let me be serious, for real. On a positive note, I am praying for the whole entire family of Kiki, and I am sending up extra prayers for her mom, her husband, and her children. And I'm going to say extra for the children. for sure. I lost my mom when I was 37, and I just could not imagine if I were the age of her children. So rest in peace, Kiki. Thank you for sharing yourself with us. And as I said the other day, she was a firecracker. She was a firecracker. So I'm out of here, guys. Cutie crew, as I mentioned, I will see you guys tonight. Yeah, have your drinks ready. Let's laugh, let's cry. You guys know how we do it. We go through a whole range of emotions in our members only. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Friday. Shout out again to all of you that joined me. Shout out to the replay gang yang in advance. And shout out to those of you that's still a little shy and don't want to drop down from the bushes. I appreciate you guys. Rest in peace to Kiki. And I will, let me get Gloria's comment off the screen. I will chat with you guys soon. Shout out to the Cutie crew and the Cutie mods. Bye. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie. Chat with Cutie. Chit chat with Cutie. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with Cutie.